Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead, and today we're going to make the best sausage you'll ever eat.
Now, while this sausage can be made much cheaper, the reason I'm using a more expensive cut of meat and freshest seasonings possible is because this is for my Thanksgiving and Christmas sausage meals.
Okay, here is our 6.5 pounds of pork loin that I got for, I believe it was $15.36. That's not the first thing we got to deal with. What we have to deal with is our seasonings. Now, I've got my KitchenAid coffee grinder. I love this coffee grinder. No, they didn't send it to me. I like it because I can take this out and it can go through the dishwasher. So it doubles for everything. Spice grinder, coffee grinder, whatever. Now I have my one cookbook here. This is my original cookbook before I made corrections. So I keep it for me. We have 6.5 pounds of pork sausage. Okay, first things first, let's get our spices done. We want 1 tablespoon of black pepper. If you don't like spicy sausage, feel free to cut the heavier spices in half. 2.5 tablespoons of salt. I use coarse pickling salt because there's no additives. And I do 2 heaping, that makes it 2.5. 3 tablespoons of ground sage. Well, that's not enough, is it? This may not be 3 tablespoons, but this is my sage from my garden last year. I'm just going to dump that in there. And if I have to add more when I taste this, I can add the powdered stuff I have. We need 2 teaspoons of ground chilies or red pepper flakes. Again, this is a pretty spicy sausage, folks. But if you like it spicy, you're going to love this. And now all of this stuff needs to be ground. You can buy it ground. We want 2 teaspoons of fennel. Now it calls for ground fennel, but I grind it. So I make my fennel seeds. Jesus, my hands don't work. I put 2 heaping teaspoons of fennel seeds in this mix. So that's our spices. Let's just get them done. Oh, you can smell it. Because there's pepper and chili powder, chili flakes in there, folks, don't take the lid off until it's completely, the dust is settled, or you'll choke. And there is our sausage seasoning. Beautiful, Clark. We're gonna need a 1/2 cup of chopped parsley. So I'm just gonna take the top off of this. That's a lot of parsley. I may just dry the rest of this, Howard. I think what I'll do, folks, is this only cost me $1.99, but guess what? I'm going to cut what I need up, and then I'm just going to dehydrate the rest or dry the rest in the dehydrator for this winter. Waste not, want not. We're going to get our herbs going now, which is onions and parsley. And I'm just going to coarse chop this until I get a 1/2 cup. I will probably put this through the meat grinder with the meat, just so that it gets really well chopped. You could do all this with dry ingredients, folks. You can use onion powder and dry parsley, but you know what? When it comes to this kind of sausage meat and holidays, this meat is, there's none like it, eh dear? This sausage meat. And there is about a little over a 1/2 cup, but that's okay because it's going right in with the meat. So I'm using the smallest size on my chopper because I want these minced. So we're just going to very carefully take off the ends. You want as much of this onion in your sausage as possible. Just going cut this in half and put it through the mincer size of my chopper. Okay, there is our onion that we need to slightly saute in a knob of butter. We've got a knob of butter there, probably like a tablespoon and a half, and we're just going to throw in a half a cup of green onions for mildness and for color. These are just plain yellow onions. And I just want to get these to sweat, like just, you know, make them almost clear, like opaque. Because what happens is, if you don't, then your onions give off too much water in your sausage. So you just kind of want to get the pores open, just as if we were blanching. Okay, sorry for the close quarters, but here is my grinder, and I have a medium grinding blade on there, because I don't want it thick, but I don't want it really, really thin either. So we are going to start grinding some meat. I will do all the proper calculations after the fact. I know the parsley was $1.99. My fennel, which I didn't use all of, so my spices, probably going to be worth about $1 at the most. My onions were like 24, 26 cents for the onions. Now we really want to mix this because you're going to get clumps of spice in here. All right, I've washed my hands, so I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way, because nothing, no tool really works as good as the ones God gave you, right? Now, half of this sausage meat is actually going into a Thanksgiving turkey that is going to have no bread. Another reason why I made this sausage meat so very important to me is this is for my Thanksgiving and my Christmas turkeys. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my God, it smells so good. Now the turkey I'm stuffing with solid meat, both my turkeys, are only about 10 pounds. So I'm thinking, you think that's enough for the small one of the small turkeys, just meat, dear, inside? So Daddy says that's enough to stuff one small turkey. And yes, folks, I will do a video on the turkeys that I'm making for Thanksgiving. Because I'm making two, one with bread stuffing and one with this stuffing. So that's for one.
Now, because I was portioning this differently than I would normally for two-person portions per meal, I broke it down for you financially. And I got 7 meals worth of really quality holiday-style sausage meat for $2.47 per meal.
All right, I cut one open for you because they're really hot. Hot. Oh yeah, there's the happy dance, sausage roll. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, making your own sausage from on-sale pork loin just gives you a better quality sausage at a much lower price. It's just home economic sense. Take care, God bless.